I'll tell you what I know, which isn't very much, other than the fact that I've just read the fact that the club are looking um, to purchase Nelson Dock, but I don't know anything further than that. But they're talking to Peel Holdings and stuff, aren't they?
It's the fact that Everton have confirmed it that makes me think it's so far along that it is happening. And Sam, I guess the point is that's just further evidence that we actually are starting to think a little bit bigger than what we've sort of been allowed to think, and a little bit more structure. I think these seem very much more business-like, clinical in what they're doing, and further evidence, Sam.
Totally. I mean, they built the Mashiri started. The stadium's finished. We're going to move in.
Yeah,
great. That's brilliant. What next? How do we maximise not just the stadium but the match-going experience, the area around it? As you know, if you've been past the site, there's a lot of space around the side of it that is going to be developed by someone. Why not Everton?
Yeah,
you're brain dead if you don't. You're really short-sighted. Well, you're either brain dead or you don't have the cash to buy the land in the first place. Now, thankfully, now with TFG, we've got people who employ this thing, which is kind of like being a sort of swear word around Everton recently. It's called strategy. And I Googled it, and it basically means planning for the future in a sensible manner.
Wow.
But they've also got the cash to back it up, because the investment in that Nelson Dock, it depends what they do with it. I mean, they turn it into a car park. That's probably a really bad idea. I'm sure they're not going to do that. I'm sure they're looking at kind of I call it the PED arena, the PED arena, because I took my lad to the Co-op Live to see Snow Patrol a couple of weeks ago. I don't know if I mentioned it on the podcast, but that whole area, because obviously it's right next to the Etihad, it's insane. It's so modern. There's so much money. The actual arena itself, because it's so well built and so well put together, I must have spent at least 40 quid more than I probably would have done. Because I was like, well, I'll get one of them and I'll get one of these. Oh, there's a shop here. Let's get something to eat. And if Everton can get people to, because people want to spend money, people will spend money. They're going to spend money, whether it's, if the Hot Wok redeveloped Nelson's Dock.
That's what I would put.
Massive buffet.
Hey, the Hot Dog.
The Hot Dog.
There you go.
Nelson's Wok.
Nelson.
I like that.
Nelson's Wok. Write that down. That's ours.
That's ours.
We need to buy the dock on the other side now, just for that idea.
Yeah.
But people are going to spend money. Why not spend it in the club? Because then, as we all know, if the club intend this to be the case, but then you've got the ability to, your income is so much higher, you can then spend the money that you've already got, but you can spend it on players and you can raise that PSR bar.